All right, everybody, this is Scott Pierce at Listings to Leads. Welcome to the webinar today on Facebook advertising. It's a focus with seller lead generation. And so we'll be talking about how to really automate your seller lead generation, or how to automate quite a bit of it, how to do some custom stuff with it, how to do some other things that generate some really high quality seller leads as well for you and your business. And so what we're looking at here is an ad that was 100% automated up to my Facebook page. And you can see it's got the 7 homes sold in Folsom in November 2019. Highest price home to sell was $519,000. That it's affected your home's value. So this ad, all right, was 100% automated and published a couple of days ago on December 10th. And when people click the ad, it goes to a landing page like this. And I'm going to fill out this landing page because we've changed things up a little bit in how we display the information. So let me just walk through this. So people put in the address, they click Get Value Estimate. And then we're not using the Facebook registration lead form here because typically we found it works best when people have to put in their email address. All right, and then I put the I need to sell so I can buy a home. Click View My Report. And then it's going to take me to the results page. And on the results page, we changed quite a bit of stuff here. And I think this is going to get a lot more engagement for people. All right. So you can see home value estimate 4, and that's the property address, little information. And by default, we are now showing the value estimates from both Adam Data. And if you mouse over, you can see a little bit more about them. Also from Zillow. So we're showing both of them where available. We're not giving the specific value estimate, but the range. All right. And we're doing this because we want people to reach out to you for a more specific value estimate. All right. We want to be able to keep something in your hands that is a value add so that when you reach out to them, there's a better touch point for engaging with that lead. All right. And you can see here, the value estimate for your home is pretty wide. A little graphic right there. Gives them a couple of options here. If they click price too low, all right, it's going to let them know that automated home value estimates, they can't take into account different things like upgrades and other factors related to the home. And so it's going to trigger them to set up a time for you to come over, all right, and do a quick walkthrough. Now, we've got schedule a 5-minute on-site evaluation now. And this was done, a client of ours a couple of years back did a lot of testing on this, and 5 minutes worked the best. And here's the deal. If you do get a request, all right, for a visitation regarding this, in 5 minutes, if everything is professional or you got some rapport with the person, they're going to let you stay as long as you need, all right, albeit per their schedule, all right. I've never had anybody tell me that has done this, that at 5 minutes they were kicked out and all a bunch of bad stuff like that, all right. And in 5 minutes, and if it's not going good and it's kind of going downhill, you'll know within 5 minutes, all right. So that's why we say 5 minutes, because 5 minutes is about the amount of time somebody is going to consciously or subconsciously want you in their home. All right, they don't want you there for a half hour and an hour. If you tell them that ahead of time, you'll never get it over there. All right. So at the end of 5 minutes, just say, listen, I've got enough information, but if you got a little bit more information, that'd be, or more time for me to get more information, that'd be phenomenal. But again, we've never had anybody give any pushback on the 5 minutes from visiting somebody's home. All right, so that's why that's there if you're asking. Price range seems right. Similar type of form, but worded differently, all right? Emphasizing the fact that we got buyers for the home, and so we want people, again, to reach out to you, all right? So a lot of great enhancements with this. I think we're seeing a lot more engagement from leads with the clients. We got the market value trends here, again, just averaging the highs and the lows. All All right, they can ask questions to you. And again, they can just free form questions in there if they like. And then we got your reviews below that. All right, if you got your client reviews coming in from Zillow, we got those there as well. So this ad was 100% automated. I got another area. This was 100% automated up to my Facebook page as well. And for all of these, all right, if I want to, I can always easily, and I'll show you this later in this webinar, but as soon as these ads auto post, and we'll be showing you how to set that up in a few minutes, right? I can easily boost any of these either right from the post itself, or I can go into the ads manager and do it that way, all right? But especially with the new housing falling under a special ad category, we're finding that boosting is about as good as running an actual ad, all right? So I'm gonna show you how to boost because, right, it's just as good and it's a heck of a lot easier, all right? So after you click the boost button, send people to your website is usually checked already, and that's the very top one there. Next up is the post button. And you can see I've got to learn more. You can change that if you need to, but I like to leave it as learn more. All right, and again, I'll show you how to boost it a little bit later in this webinar again. But for special ad category, anything related to housing is a special ad category, even a home value ad. So I checked it, and you'll see a drop down will appear, and I'll select housing. Right, people in your audience, if that's not correct, there's always a little edit. And this listing is actually in Folsom, not Sacramento. So I'll just change where it says Sacramento, and I'll put Folsom. That plus 15 miles is a requirement for housing. So is the age, so is the gender. That's nothing I can change with any of that. All right. And just click save, and you're good to go. All right. Next section here is duration and budget. I like to go 7 days. And then I'll just say I'll spend 50 bucks over the course of a week. All right, so 7 days, 50 bucks. I got my Facebook pixel fired. I'll show you where to put that in the profile here a little bit later. And I'm good to go. Just hit boost. All right, and that post, right, that post that auto posted to my Facebook page, I can have that boosted in just a few seconds. All right, so any of these postings, all right, that are automatically posting to our Facebook pages, all you gotta do is click the boost and boost it, and you've got your ad running. All right, now as well, anytime something auto posts to your Facebook page, keep in mind you can always come in here and edit the post if you feel you need to. All right, you want to add another emoji, you want to change it from 7 to 8, right, whatever, right, you can always do that. So even though it does auto post, you can still always come in here and edit that post by clicking in the upper right hand corner, right, there's the 3 horizontal dots. Just click that, go to edit post, and you can always edit these postings. So we got home value ads. I've got these set up to auto post every single week. This auto posted, this is an ad for a pending listing. All right, and pending listings and just sold listings will auto post to your Facebook page. Right, people click the link or they click the ad image, you'll see it goes right to a landing page, again, that generates seller leads. All right, people put in the address and they get their home value estimate, you get the seller lead. All right, so we've got that set up for auto posting. Just sold ads also auto post. So again, just like the ad for pending, right? This listing just sold. Now, this is a key, especially your just sold auto postings. A lot of times you want to edit these, and I'll tell you what I mean by that. So I'm going to click to edit the post, and It says 8756 Auburn Folsom Road in Granite Bay has just sold. I'm gonna put above asking with multiple offers in 12 days, right? Whatever is appropriate, right, based on that listing. But that's a prime example of why the ad, right, let that listing auto post up to Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn. And especially for the just solds, all right, if there's something about that just sold, right, like it sold above asking, or you had multiple offers, or it sold in 12 days, or any combination thereof, right, edit the ad to reflect that, because it just makes it a lot more compelling. All right, much more compelling. And again, just like what we saw before with the home value ad, all right, once I like it and it looks good, right? If I don't have to boost or run every post as an ad, but of course, if I want to, come down here and click where it says boost post. Because otherwise, only the people that are liking your page are going to see that post, right? We want a lot more people to see that because it's a great story, right? I just got a home sold, right? And it's a great opportunity for me to generate some high quality seller leads, right? So again, just to walk through the boost, because it is so easy. I got send people to my website checked. My post button is optional, but I got it set to learn more. I got to select special ad category because this is a housing ad. And I'm going to select housing from that dropdown. I got my audience. And again, it's showing a Sacramento. And I will come in here and I will X out Sacramento. And I will add the location of that listing, Granite Bay. And again, it's going to do the default to plus 15 miles. Nothing I can do about that. That's Facebook housing rules. It's going to, again, default to age 18 to 65 plus. It'll default to gender all. And again, those are all requirements for any ads related to housing. All right, just save that when you're good to go. Duration and budget, again, I like to do 7 days. All right, I like to do $50. You can always go to choose your own, unless I want to do $63. All right, whatever. I can put, just to show that I can customize the budget I want to spend over that 7 days. Again, there's my Facebook pixel, and just hit boost. All right, so again, in just a few seconds, I've got that boosted, and I'm now running this as an ad after the listing auto posted to my Facebook page. Now, a few other things I'll be showing you as well is how to get these same type of seller lead ads for our pending and just sold listings up on our sellers Facebook pages. So I'll be showing that to you as well, because we also want everybody in our seller sphere of influence on Facebook as well as email to see, A, I want them to know that I got the home sold, but B, I really want to have the opportunity that when they click the link or the image, that I've got an opportunity to generate a seller lead from them as well. And here's that pop-up lead form where they put in their address, right? Just like the landing pages. Or if they scroll down, so they click on the post and they're checking out their friend's home that you just sold, you'll see that we've got a embed seller landing page here as well. So there's a few different opportunities from those postings, whether it's a pending or just sold post that goes to your seller to put on Facebook. All right, there's multiple opportunities to generate listing leads from your seller sphere of influence as well. All right, so we're going to walk through all of this today so that you can understand exactly how to make sure to set up all of these tools so that they auto post up to Facebook so that you're generating listing leads almost on autopilot. All right, so I'm on my listings leads account homepage, and I'm going to direct you to your profile. So in the upper right hand corner, you can open that up and select profile. And in the profile, there's a tab here called auto posting, all right? And the first section in this under auto posting, connect social media accounts. All right, we got Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn. So I'm gonna disconnect Facebook, and we will walk through how to connect Facebook, because that's the one that usually people have the most questions about. So I will click connect to Facebook. Continue with Scott Pierce, yes. On this one, just check the Facebook pages that you want to have the option to auto post to. On this page, these are not the pages that will auto post to, but you'll see here in a minute, I can select all the ones I want the option to auto post to, hit next, just hit done. Essentially just follow that wizard through. All right, so now you see it says connected to Scott Pierce. And it says click here to select Facebook pages to post to. And all those pages I just selected in that wizard are now here. And I like to do just Granite Bay Homes, but I could select another one. So you can see I can auto post to a couple of different pages here. All right, so I'm gonna leave it as Granite Bay Homes. And Twitter and LinkedIn as well, just follow the little wizard after you click. And since you don't have different pages on Twitter or LinkedIn, it just connects to your main Twitter and LinkedIn pages. All right, so after you get done there, just click the save button. And then you'll see listings, seller lead ads, down payment assistance, and new construction. These are all the different things that we can auto post to Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn. All right. Now for this webinar, I'm going to focus mostly on seller leads. So I want you to notice it says customize for each status. And you'll want to do that. And when you get here, all of these boxes here are going to be blank. All right, and that's a requirement from Facebook to make you, they don't want us telling you what you have to put in here, all right, to post up to Facebook. But over here on the right-hand side, it says you can click copy below and paste into the editor to the left. So I'm gonna click copy and just paste it into that blank box, all right? And you'll be prompted to do that for every status, and especially for pending and just sold, they're completely different, right? And so when you get here again, that box is going to be blank, and you'll be prompted to click the copy button for pending, just like every other status, right? And paste in that text, right? And so do that for every status, and click save. And that way, as these are posting up to Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn, you can see how that text looks, right? So this is totally default, right? The system auto posted this. So you can see how that text looks, right? Again here, right? That's how it looks when it's actually auto posted up to Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn, right? So make sure you got that text copied in every status under listings for auto posting, right? Next, there's a tab here behind the template called preferences. For most people, this doesn't really matter too much, but you'll see here, post when I post a listing to listings to leads. So that's when you add, when that listing is first added, either from a data feed, if it's grabbed, if you add it manually, all right? Next up is when you change the status of a listing. So if the status is changed from active to pending, if there's an open house, if the status is changed from just listed to active, from pending to just sold, right? We want to auto post that. Post if the price is reduced. And if you're under an office account, so if you're an agent and your office has listings to leads, do you want it to also auto post to the office Facebook page? And I would say yes, because all those leads come directly to you. So it's just more exposure for you, all right? It's up to you, all right, do whatever you want to do. But if my office was also going to be auto posting, which most of them do, I would definitely check that box just so you get that increased exposure, all right? And then there's a drop down here, select tool, and I like to auto post the listing landing page. You got the choice between the landing page or the single property website. I prefer the landing page, all right? Over here, post settings. And this is mostly for people with a lot of listings. So I believe it's a default to 15 minutes in between postings. That way we're not rapid firing, right? 3 or 4 posts within a 3 or 4 minute time period. And then how many posts maximum per day, all right? Again, only the largest agents are really gonna run into this, but that can be edited. So make sure you click save after any edits that you make to this, all right? And so anytime a coming soon listing, just listed, active, an open house, a pending listing, a just sold listing, price reduction, right? Just sold where you're the selling agent, right? All of those listings will auto post up to Facebook. And what we hope to have happen is that you've got an auto post for just listed, right? When it goes active, it'll auto post again. If you're gonna have an open house, it will auto post. And those 3 postings will all be primarily for buyer leads. And then when the listing goes pending and when the listing is just sold, right? That's 5 times total, right? The first 3 for buyer leads, the second 2 that we looked at, right? Pending and just sold for seller leads. Next tab down is seller lead ads. So those are the ones that, those are the first 2 we looked at. What is your Folsom home worth? What is your Granite Bay home worth? All right, let me show you again. Like this ad here, right? 7 homes sold in Folsom in 2019. Where the data is available, we pipe it in. If the data is not available, it'll look something like this, right? In this case, November home sales in Granite Bay are in and your home value has changed, right? Just like the ads for the, or the postings for listings, you can always click to edit this post if you want to add anything to it, all right? Just to make it a little bit more customized, a little bit more relevant for people in your area. But in your listings to leads profile under auto posting and seller lead ads, you're allowed to auto post up to 2 different landing pages, right? We'll show you that a little bit later in this webinar. So I got 2, 15 minutes in between those 2 postings. And my next auto posting is going to be, I guess that's tomorrow, the 17th, right? And I got it to auto post every week, all right? We got my template. And then here, notice there's a couple of rows, valuations available in week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4. We do this so that you can completely change the look and feel of that text in the post, all right? And that way you're not just auto posting the same text every single week. You can completely customize that, both where valuations are available and where they're not available, all right? So essentially it's taking that green copy button, click, paste it into the box just like we did for the listings, all right? And again, week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, all right? Awesome stuff right there. Now, I'm not gonna get into it too much right here because this is primarily for seller leads, but you got a similar setup for the down payment assistance landing pages and also the new construction landing pages, all right? So just take a look at that as well. So first, let's go to the listings tab and let's talk about the pending and just sold listings, all right? Because again, those generate seller leads, all right? So if you've got, here's a just sold listing. So to change the status of a listing, all right, that's one of the things that triggers an auto post. So I can always just change the status of a listing by using the drop down. All right, just sold. Here we've got a pending listing. So anytime I change the status to pending or just sold, excuse me, that will then auto post just a post that looks just like this. All right, and again, this is for a just sold listing, and I change the status. It takes about 10, 15, 20 minutes depending on time of day, but it'll auto post like this. All right, I will get an email notification with the link to the post itself. You'll also see here, I can click on the task list icon, and I'm going to show you where you can see the link in your account. And under your social media, you can see the last time it auto posted. And this way I can access the links to my listings that auto post very easily from inside my account as well. All right, and that way I get the email that I can boost the auto post from, or if I want to log in, right, and get the link and auto post or boost it from there. All right. So now keep in mind also, if I go back to the listings page, if you're relatively new to listings to leads, or if you have a listing where you're the selling agent, right, your buyer bought that listing, you can click on the green add listing button, go to add listing, and for status, right, I can add a listing, right, in any one of these statuses: in contract, under deposit, active contingent, pending, and also just sold. But also just sold, and there's a box here, I was the selling agent. And so I point this out to you because if you have any recently pending listings or recently sold listings where you're either the listing or the selling agent, and they are not in listings to leads yet, make sure you add them to listings to leads. All right, and that way you can take advantage of the pending and just sold marketing and lead generation checklists. All right, we've got an entire auto posting that pending or just sold listing to Facebook is only the tip of the iceberg. All right, there are actually other ways to generate much higher quality seller leads than posting to Facebook. All right, and we'll get into a couple of those in this webinar, but I want to point out, use that green add listing button. All right, so again, select add listing and the status drop down. So again, any listing that is not in your listings to leads account, right, where you're the listing agent for in contract, under deposit, active contingent, or pending, just sold, and again, as well as just sold where it was your buyer that bought the listing, which makes you the selling agent. All right, and again, you want to add those to listings to leads because the opportunity for listing leads is so strong, all right, that just makes it a no-brainer. All right, so make sure all the listings possible are in listings to leads, and B, keep these statuses up to date. All right, because as soon as that listing goes into contract, or as soon as that listing is sold, you want to start taking advantage of those marketing lead gen opportunities, because there are some really high quality listing leads that you're going to be able to generate from those listings. All right. Now, I also showed you a couple of things, right, that go to the seller, right? This is a post that would be on the seller's Facebook page. Notice we got an offer on our home. It is now pending. We have people generating dozens of leads from these types of posts on their sellers' Facebook pages. This is one from a pending listing. Here's one after the listing sold, right? Our home just sold. We want to recommend Scott Pierce at L2L Realty Demo. All right, and just like the we saw earlier, right, from the seller's page, we use the single property website automatically. Right, the seller's friends don't want to see a landing page, but this form, right, will pop up automatically. And this operates the same way as a property valuation landing page. All right. They put in their address, right? And they go through to get their home value estimate. And like we saw a little earlier, if they just start scrolling down the single property website, you see the lead capture form right here that generates seller leads as well. All right. And so how to make sure that those are getting on your seller's Facebook page. As you're adding a listing, if you're doing it via the green button, it'll prompt you to add the seller's name and email. If it's already in your account, what you do, click on where it says edit. And there's a tab here called seller referral leads. All right. And you'll see there's a blank, a box for the seller's email, comma, email, no space. And then the salutation, right? Dear Ian and Lauren. All right. And just like when the listing auto posts up to Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn, when you've got this set up with the seller's email and salutation, it will also auto send to the seller what they need to put on Facebook. All right. And so for every listing you've got, there should be a post on your Facebook page, right? Like this one here for a just sold listing. There should be a post on the seller's Facebook page, similar to this one. Now you can't boost the one on the seller's page, but here's a little trick for you to get a lot of extra juice. All right. So to get extra juice from the post on your page, what you do is you boost it. All right. And that way a lot more people will see it. When it gets on the seller's Facebook page, what you want to do is you want to come over here and comment and say something like, right, now this is on a community page, so I can't tag a person, but you'll be able to from the seller's, when it's on the seller's page. So you get the idea, right? You know, hopefully everyone here knows how to tag somebody. You just do the ampersand, or not the ampersand, the @ symbol, right? @ and you start typing in their name. And you put a comment tagging them, right? Whatever, right? Whatever would be an appropriate comment. But you want to do that because then what's going to happen is the seller is going to get a notification that you just tagged them on a post, all right? And then at some point soon, they're going to come in here and leave a comment. And what that does is then Facebook goes, oh, that post has engagement, and they're going to start showing it to more and more of the seller's friends. And then more and more of the seller's friends are going to see it. They're going to start liking it. They're going to start commenting, and you're going to start getting some really nice engagement from the seller sphere of influence. And it is not uncommon to get 1 or 2 dozen leads from this, from the seller's Facebook page. All right. So again, every time that listing auto posts up to your Facebook page, right, the seller will also get an email that lets them post to their Facebook page as well. All right. So make sure you're taking advantage of that. If you ever have any questions on any of these tools for your listings, all right, when you're at the top of the task list or the checklist here with all the tools for your listing, notice the green Learn More button, all right there, Learn More. You can always click that. And so, for example, how to post to your social media, right? You got Facebook ads, and then right there, seller social media, right? And that'll go to the support post for it, right? I like to put them all in one spot so you get all the just sold stuff. Or you can scroll down a little bit more and go to the video playlist, right? The just sold overview, and then other ones here, but here's the your social media, seller social media, and I can watch the video to get your just sold post on your seller's Facebook page. Typically, all right. So a lot of good stuff right there, all right, on how to get that done if you need to. All right. Any questions on anything we've covered so far? So far, we've covered a lot, right? We went to the profile, we connected all our social media accounts, we set up the listings to auto post, we set up the seller lead ads, right? The property valuation landing pages to auto post. Then we came to the listings page and we talked about pending and just sold listings, all right? And how they auto post to your Facebook page, because pending and just sold listings generate mostly listing leads, right? Seller leads. And we also talked about how to make sure they get to your seller's Facebook page, all right? Again, by clicking edit and then seller referral leads and dropping in the seller's name and email, all right? So all of our pending and just sold listings get to our seller's Facebook page as well, all right? So now let's go to the landing page tab, all right? So click on the landing page tab, bring up the landing page dashboard, and now let's talk about how to get the property valuation landing pages to auto post to Facebook as well, all right? So you're gonna see I got 2 gold bookmarks here on the left-hand side, and these are both set up for auto posting, all right? And I'll get back to that a little bit later, but let's create a new landing page and we'll set it up for auto posting, all right? So from the drop-down, select Property Valuation Plus. Under location, just put in the location name only. And then under notes, I'm going to put training just so I know it's for a webinar. But notice how I do week 1, and I do week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, all right? So I like to alternate landing pages. All right, I did market update. All right, what is the purpose of what's the subject matter of this landing page? All right, we got market update, right? Sometimes the language on the landing page will talk about how listings sold over its estimate. I'm talking about how there's a new high sales price in the area, right? So you get unlimited landing pages, and that can be really, really key because I don't want the landing page to always say the same thing week after week after week, right? And so I like to change out my landing pages so that I've got different images, different call to actions, different text, because that's going to motivate different people so that I'm not boring my audience week after week with the same landing page and the same offer, all right? So hopefully that makes sense. So I just selected from the drop-down Property Valuation Plus. I put in the location Granite Bay. I put in a note. Nobody's ever going to see that. That's just for me only. I checked Assign IVR Extension. I'll talk about that a little bit later. And then the green Add Landing Page. All right, and that'll create the landing page. The landing page is ready to use now, all right? But let's walk through a few edits that you can make to this. So the first section here under background, here I can click upload image and I can change out that background image. And I can even make it a background video. I'll show you an example of a landing page with a video, background video. I can edit the social media share image. This is the image that displays up on Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn when I post it to social media. Styles and color. So I can change the color of the button. I can change the color of this background here behind the text, all right? So that can be edited. The text on the landing page, right? We call it lead form text here. You can see what is your Granite Bay home worth now? Recent home sales have affected your home's value. Get your home's new value instantly for free. So all this text can be edited as well. And then how we're capturing information. So you see that button says get value estimate. So this landing page is going to capture only the property address in the first step, all right? They put the property address in, click get value estimate, and they're going to go to page 2, all right? So let me show you up here, those you see page 1, page 2. So if I toggle to page 2, by default, we got name hidden, email address required, phone hidden, what are you interested in, optional. All right. And the reason we do that is by default, you really don't need their name. All you need is a home property address and an email address. All right. I need the home address and I need the email address. That is enough for a good lead. All right. Now, name, because you can get name from a lot of sources, right? We got the partial to full lead converter in listings to leads. That can give you the name, and that'll grab the name from geez, I'm blanking on who we get that data from. All right, but there's a data provider that we get the data from. And so, you know, I don't need the name, and it's just something else for people to fill out. So I hide the name, but if you wanted to make the name optional or required, you could. Same with phone, right? If you want an optional or required, you could, but again, I'll leave it as hidden. You know, I figure, again, these days, you know, do people want you hounding them, right, after they fill out a lead form, right? They fill out a lead form, and next thing they know, they're getting, you know, they're getting just pummeled with phone call, text. If that's what you want, go for it, all right? The option's there. I can make it totally required. You'll just get a lot of fake phone numbers, all right? And the ones that you do get, they're probably not going to answer the phone because they got caller ID and they know it's not anybody they know. But do whichever one you want, all right? That's one of those things I just don't argue. It's up to you what you want to do. I just show you the defaults and how to edit that if needed. You can even use a Facebook registration lead form as well, all right? But I leave it all by default. All right, now there's also a custom layout. And the custom layout, I would only use that if you were advanced, all right? So if you're an advanced user, right, one of the cool things about custom is custom page content. And I could add a video that plays to the left of that lead form, and that might be really nice. So if you're really into video and you've got a video along the lines of like, hey, this is Scott Pierce at Elda Realty, and with November home sales in, we're seeing a large uptick in the recent home sales. And so the home values are increasing, which is phenomenal. So if you'd like to get your new home value estimate, right, you know, a video like that, that might be nice right here to the left of that lead form, because you could also use that video in a Facebook ad, all right? That's where that custom layout for this landing page comes in, all right? But for 99% of people, I would just leave it as standard, all right? And just save it, again, with the idea of changing the background and all the different edits that you can make here. Now, let's go to advanced options, because here, preferences, autoresponder, auto posting, all right? Now, I've already got 2 landing pages set up for auto posting. So let's go and turn one off. So let me turn off my Folsom landing page. Let me go to Edit, Advanced Options, Auto Posting, and I can turn that off just like that. And now let me refresh this. And I should be able to set this up for auto posting now under Advanced Options. All right, well, if you don't have 2 already set up for auto posting, just flip that switch from off to on. You'll just click it and it'll go on. And you put in a zip code right there and click Save All Changes, all right? And that way, A, that landing page will auto post, and B, we will hit that zip code, right? In this case, 95630. And I think you can add up to 5 zip codes, if I remember correctly. You know, so we will take the home sales data for that zip code, right? And that's what will be used where available in the post that looks like this one, All right, so in this one here, it says 7 homes sold in Folsom in November 2019. All right, so on that landing page, auto post, right, based on the fact that auto posting is on and the zip code box has 95630, the post that will end up auto posting, it'll look something like this. All right, so it's a great auto post. It's got the emojis in there by default. It's got the data in there by default. All right, I got my tags in there. All right, this is just default disclaimer data, letting people know where that data came from. All right, and it's got the image in there automatically from the social media share image. And again, just like I showed you a little bit earlier, when people click on it, they go to the landing page. All right. Here again, here's another one where home value data was not available. And actually, this landing page has video, and there's what full screen video looks like. So if you got a nice video of the area, I would just do like a drone flyover, right? I would not put a video here where I'm talking, because me talking behind the lead form is kind of weird. All right. But if you got a nice drone video of the area, that'd be awesome right here. All right. All right. And again, just like we saw before, all you got to do is click Boost Post. All right. Send people to your website. Right. That's the landing page. Post button, learn more. Special ad category. Yes. I mean, even though it's not for a home, it is housing related. I specifically have talked to people at Facebook about that, about home value ads, and they said, yes, that falls under housing. I was hoping it wouldn't because it's not for a particular home, but yeah, they're saying anything related to real estate like this falls under housing, all right? And so because of that, we are locked into the area plus 15 miles. We are locked into the age being 18 to 65 plus. And we are also locked into advertising to both men and women. All right. Just like I talked about before, automatic placements, I leave that on, but you can turn it off and edit that if you want. Again, as I mentioned before, under duration and budget, I like to leave it at 7 days. I don't like to do less. I don't like to do more. All right. If it's running great, you can extend the ad, right? Or what will typically happen is, right, because I got my auto posting set up to occur every 7 days, right? I have it set up so it'll end in 7 days and I can run another ad 7 days later, all right? Or if I want to, again, like I said, I could just keep extending this ad if I want to, all right? My budget, got it set for 50, or I can choose my own, or I can select something less if I want to. But usually about 10 bucks a day is where you want to be at for a seller lead ad, an ad going for seller leads, right? So usually, you know, somewhere around 10 bucks a day is where you want to be at. All right, again, I got my Facebook pixel fired, all right, and just hit boost and you're good to go. All right. So we got our listing ads running. We got our property valuation landing pages running. Now, a few more items for advanced options. All right, we talked about some of the basic edits for the property valuation landing pages, but let me just show you here a few things. Let me show you a few things here under preferences. One, vanity URL. All right, if you want to use a vanity URL like GraniteBayHomeValuations.com, just put that here, and then forward the vanity URL to the landing page URL, all right? And there's some things coming down the pipe relating to door hangers, postcards, and letters that will be making use of that URL, all right from this field. A couple things here I'll point out. Don't really have time to go through every single one of them, but here's redirect after form completion. And CRM source, this is the main one, all right? So we talked about in your profile how you can connect your CRM. Well, but I want the leads from this landing page to go to a very specific follow-up plan, all right? So where it says customize, put in the follow-up plan name here. So you're using CRM X And in that CRM, I got a follow-up plan for Granite Bay home value leads. And the follow-up plan is called Granite Bay Sellers. So here I'll type in right. If there are no spaces in the follow-up plan name, then I'd put no spaces here. If there are spaces in the follow-up plan name, then they would be here. So it's got to be exact, like exact. All right. And that way, the leads from this landing page will drop right into that follow-up plan in my CRM for Granite Bay Sellers. All right. Property valuation estimate range, right? Where do I want that home value data to come from? Right. You can change that to one or the other, or again, leave it as both. I got a few user-defined tags right here. Auto posting, we talked about that already. I've already got 2 set up to auto post, so I can't set up a third, but you just check the green box or turn it from off to on by just clicking it, put in a zip code, and then click Save All Changes. For follow-up, all right, we just created this landing page. The short answer here for follow-up is just check it. And what will happen is every month, all the leads from this landing page will get their home value summary sent to them, all right, similar to the landing page. And you can always, you'll see where it says send test email to, and I have your email address here. You can click the green send button to see what that looks like, all right. I got my pixel from my listings to leads profile. Home value header. This is a really cool tool. We actually have some auto posting options coming down for this in the next 20 to 30 days, where we'll actually be able to auto post these kinds of postings. But let me just show you. And again, we just created this landing page like 10 minutes ago. All right. If I click on view for that, you can see what happens here in a second. So it's this article, 17 ways to get instant curb appeal for less than $100. And you might see that, notice that red get my home value button at the top. And if you click on that, right, that landing page comes up. So this is a really cool tool where if I take that URL and let's go back to our community page or our Facebook page or whatever, and let Facebook come up here. And give Facebook a second, being a little bit slow. And let's see if the preview link doesn't come in. Usually just refreshing the browser. Between doing the webinar and all these tabs I got open, sometimes my connection speed isn't the best, and that can affect the images displaying. Let's try it again. And I'm gonna hit, let me go. I can type in my own text, or there we go. That was what we were just auto posting. Let's see if that image will work or not. And again, because I'm on the GoToWebinar, but yeah, there we go. All right. So what a great way to get a post up on our Facebook page. All right, that when people click it, all right, let's see that, not right now, and then boom, they go to that article, all right? Now, you can do this for any type of article that you may have, right? So we're in the advanced options for this landing page under home value header, where it says add home value header along the top. So if I got a link to, you know, some article that I want to share on my Facebook page, right, that would be appropriate for homeowners, put in the link, give it a title, right, a little description, right, give it a suffix, right? Whatever you like. Curb, if the article is dealing with curb appeal, right? Maybe you have the URL ending in curb appeal. Hit add, and then that will give you more postings like these two that you can post to your Facebook page. All right. Embed short URL. So you got embed code here. You can put these in any kind of website. You can create a custom page. You can create, I know people that have custom pages for multiple areas, right? Granite Bay Home Value, custom page at their website. Folsom Home Value, custom page at their website, right? Roseville, Sacramento, you can create unlimited custom pages at your website and use the embed code to actually have an actual live landing page in your website. All right, so embed code stuff right there. And then all the leads that you generate from this landing page will drop into this section here, as well as the main leads tab, and then hopefully your CRM as well. All right, so any questions on the Property Valuation Plus landing pages? Do you have any webinars for chatbot? Yes. When you're in your account where it says bots, all the support stuff, just like every page in Listings to Leads, always notice the light bulb in the upper right-hand corner, right? Bots. So bots start here, setup, Facebook ads, right? So there's a lot of different support posts on the bots. All right, and we'll be doing a webinar. I'm not sure if we'll do one later this week, next week, or the week after the holidays. It's all kind of screwy, but we've been doing a lot of updates to the bots, working really well, really happy with the progress that we've been making on them. So yeah, if you haven't had a chance to use the bots, would love to have you use them and give us some feedback on them, because we've seen some really, really powerful conversations happening with the bots. And in fact, I think you may have seen, right, here's one of my bots, right, that I embedded, because you can take our bots and embed them on your website, on your blog. You can embed them in a landing page like this one. Right, continue with Scott. All right, this is picking up from a previous conversation that I was testing, but let's see if this will work or not. So imagine this could be a single property website. This could be your website. So Barry, this could be your agent website that you've got with whoever, right? And so let's see if we can get this to work. I would hope we could. Let's do. And so this is all automated. It's just I drop the code in. Trying to remember the zip code. And see, we'll be doing a webinar on these bots soon. Typically, people use them in a Facebook ad, but again, you can use them anywhere you want. Anywhere you can put embed code, pretty much you can use them. All right, based on recent home sales without seeing the home, a low of 1679. Please know this is an automated estimate. Would you like me to call or chat more about how much you say a house for? I'll put no thank you. And what's really cool is obviously you can come in here at any time, right, and just take over, right? So even though all of this is 100% automated, you could always come in here and pick it up and right, talk to a human, right? And get you notified to step in here. All right. So yeah, the bots are pretty awesome. So in your account, just click on the light bulb and you'll get more information about that. Barry, does that make sense? Is that good to go? All right, 12 o'clock. Anybody else have any other questions related to anything we have covered? Everybody good to go? A lot of information here. Again, We will post this webinar in the mastermind group. It'll be on the YouTube channel, and I'll put a link to it. I'll drop it into the training calendar as well, that we've got the recording of this webinar done. So thank you everybody for joining us. If you have any other questions, get with support, and we'll talk to you soon.